Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're going to be diving deep into something I think a lot of us dream about, building a business that can practically run itself. We've got insights from some seriously impressive entrepreneurs who have really cracked the code when it comes to automation and leverage.
Yeah,
We're talking like ultimate time freedom and way less stress.
for sure.
So whether you are a freelancer running a small business or even leading a team inside of a larger company, this deep dive is for you.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of business owners, they get so trapped in the daily grind, right? It
Yeah.
feels like they're always just putting out fires.
Constantly.
But with these sources that we've got today, they really show us that it's possible
Okay.
to step back and build something that is way more sustainable, something where the business works for you, not the other way around.
I love that. Yeah. One of the things that really jumped out at me when I was going through all this material was just how much emphasis there was on mindset.
Like ditching that superhero mentality that so many of us have, where we think we have to be the best at everything and do everything ourselves.
Oh yeah, I feel that one for sure. And Dan Martell's 10-8-10 rule that really resonated with me.
Oh yeah, tell me about that one.
So you focus on that 10% ideation, the big picture vision,
Okay.
and then you leave that 80% in the middle, the execution to your team.
Oh, that's brilliant. So it's not about doing less. It's about making sure that you're doing the right things.
Exactly.
I love that if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and share this with an entrepreneur friend who needs to hear this.
Yes, please.
But, building a team, especially for solopreneurs, can be so daunting.
Oh yeah.
Where do we even begin?
Well, I think Braji Toreja said it best. It all comes down to competence and commitment.
Ooh, I like that.
So your team needs the skills,
Right.
but they also need the dedication.
Okay, so they've got to be bought in. Yeah, without both, you're going to constantly be pulled back into doing everything yourself.
Yeah, which defeats the whole purpose.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
It's not just about finding warm bodies. It's about finding people who are truly invested in your vision.
100%.
So we've got the right people,
Mhm.
but how do we make sure that they have what they need to actually succeed?
Right.
I hear a lot of talk about systems,
Mm.
but what does that actually mean in a practical sense?
So think of systems as like your business's operating manual. Toreja really emphasizes keeping it simple and sustainable.
Yeah.
You don't need any complex software that nobody understands.
So just clear, simple systems that anyone can follow.
Exactly.
Do you have any examples of what this might look like in real life?
Oh yeah, so Michelle O'Neill actually shares her system.
Cool.
She uses landing pages, automated emails, even pre-recorded videos to do the selling for her.
Whoa, wait. So people can learn about her offerings and even sign up without her having to be there.
That's the idea.
That's amazing. That's incredible. It sounds like a total game changer for anyone who's, feeling overwhelmed in their business. But speaking of automation,
Right.
AI was like a big theme that I saw coming up in a lot of this material.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it just hype? Or is there real potential here for like truly building a business that runs on autopilot?
Well, I think Liam Evans really breaks it down well.
Okay.
He talks about how AI agents are already being used to engage with leads, qualify prospects, even close deals,
Whoa.
all without any human involvement, and he even shows his whole funnel.
Wow, that's like having a 24/7 sales team working for you.
Pretty much.
But wouldn't it feel, I don't know, kind of robotic and impersonal?
That's a good question, but Evans really emphasizes that customization is key.
Okay.
These AI agents can be tailored to match your personality, your brand voice, so it feels really authentic.
Okay, so they can sound like you.
Exactly. They can send personalized messages, voice notes, even videos.
Wow. That's wild. So it's like having a virtual version of yourself working around the clock. Yeah.
It's pretty powerful.
That is pretty powerful. Okay, so let's get practical here. We've got the mindset, we're building the team, we've got those systems in place.
Right.
What are some of the specific strategies that these experts are using to actually create that autopilot effect in their businesses?
Well, I think Tanya Laza's presentation funnels are a great example.
Tell me more.
It basically automates the entire process of presenting a product or a business opportunity.
Oh, wow.
It's like having a pre-recorded webinar or video that does the heavy lifting for you.
So instead of you having to constantly repeat yourself, the presentation does the explaining for you.
Exactly.
That could save so much time. Oh my gosh. If you are loving these tips so far, hit that like button and share this with someone who needs to automate their business a little bit more.
For sure.
But how do we make sure that everyone's on the same page, without having to micromanage?
Well, both Martell and Toreja, they talk about empowering your team to actually make decisions.
Okay, I like that.
So for example, Martell has this 50 to fix it rule. Basically, employees can spend up to $50 to solve a problem
Oh, interesting.
without needing to get your approval. And then Talreja has his 13-1 rule,
I'm good at that.
which encourages problem solving and really reduces that owner dependency.
That's so smart. So it's about building that culture of trust and accountability from the very beginning.
Exactly.
So less time fixing problems, more time focusing on the big picture strategy and growth.
100%.
Okay, so we're building this amazing business that can practically run itself.
Right.
But none of this matters if we don't have customers coming in the door.
Exactly.
So what did these experts have to say about marketing that actually works on autopilot?
You know, I really love this idea of building a magnetic business.
A magnetic business. What's that?
Oh, it's about attracting customers effortlessly instead of constantly chasing after them.
That sounds amazing. But how do we do that? Like, what makes a business truly irresistible to customers?
Well, I think it starts with understanding your unique value proposition.
Okay.
So what makes you different? Why should people choose you over everyone else?
Right, so it's not just about being good. It's about being able to explain why you're good
Exactly.
in a way that really connects with people. Did these experts share any practical tips for doing that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So one that came up a lot was the problem agitation solution framework.
Okay, the PAS framework.
Yep.
I love a good framework. Break it down for me. How does this work?
So first, you identify the problem that your ideal customer is facing.
Okay.
So what are they struggling with?
Right.
What's keeping them up at night?
Okay, so you really want to empathize with those pain points.
Exactly. Make them feel seen and understood.
Okay, what's next?
Then comes the agitation.
Agitation.
Yeah, so you really highlight the consequences of not addressing this problem.
Oh, okay.
You make them realize how much it's costing them in terms of time, money, missed opportunities.
Gotcha. So we're kind of raising the stakes a bit,
Yeah, exactly.
creating a little bit of urgency.
Yep.
And then,
Then you come in with a solution.
okay.
Your product or service. Right.
You position yourself as the answer to their prayers.
Oh, I love that. So it's almost like telling a story.
Exactly.
It makes people want to keep listening. Okay, so that's how we craft the message. But how do we make sure that it actually reaches the right people?
Right. Well, several experts talked about the importance of niching down.
Okay.
So focusing on a very specific target audience.
Right.
Become the expert in a particular area rather than trying to be everything to everyone.
I love to be a big fish in a small pond.
Exactly.
What about the actual strategies for reaching these people? What did they suggest?
Well, social media was huge,
Okay.
particularly YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's all about creating valuable content that either educates, entertains, or helps people solve problems.
So good. If you're enjoying this episode so far, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your network.
Yeah.
But it's not just about, blasting people with ads.
Right.
It's about building that relationship.
Exactly.
Did anyone mention paid advertising? Is that still a thing? Oh yeah, for sure. Targeted ads on platforms like Facebook, Google, LinkedIn came up a lot. But the key is to be strategic, experiment with different headlines, images, targeting to see what works best for you.
So treat it like a science experiment.
Exactly. Constantly testing and refining.
I love that. What else stood out to you?
One expert actually talked about using AI for advertising.
Whoa.
So it can analyze your audience data, identify patterns and insights that you might miss as a human,
Okay.
and help you create even more effective campaigns.
Wow. So we've gone full circle here.
Right.
We're using AI to build the business, and then we're using AI to market the business.
Pretty much.
It's amazing how technology can just enhance everything we do and help us reach the right people.
For sure.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. We've covered so much from mindset and systems to marketing and AI. I'm feeling inspired
Me too.
to put some of these strategies into action.
Yeah, remember, the goal is to create a business that supports your life, not consumes it. And with the right tools and strategies, that's totally possible.
That's such a great message to end on. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
It was my pleasure.
What's one small step you can take today to start building more leverage in your business? Think about it. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of entrepreneurship.
See you then.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building.